2, 3. Now, here I am. In the last few months, I've been watching a lot of, I suppose you call them walk around videos, walking tour videos. And these videos usually take place, let's say here in Ireland, they take place around Dublin, well-known streets, the tourist areas. Or now I'm in a place called Ringsend, the city centre, about 15 minutes in that direction, and Dockland is about 10 minutes in that direction. And I could make a video of well-known streets of Dublin or Dockland, but well, you've seen all these before, so I thought I would make a video of, well, simply a video of a normal neighbourhood, you know, an unremarkable place, not a tourist resort, not a, well, just an ordinary neighbourhood. So this is it. Now these videos, these walk around videos that I've been watching, they have no dialogue, it's just video and the ambient sound, I think they call it, the sound of the traffic, the overheard scraps of conversation. But, well, as you can hear, there is a commentary on this. But if I go silent, totally silent from time to time, well, that's not it's not a fault, let's say, it's part of the video. And I hope this isn't shaking too much. I've got the anti-shake thing on my camera, but anyhow. So this is Ringsend. It's, unless you actually live here, the, you know, the chances are if you visit Dublin, you won't visit Ringsend. It's not the sort of place you're likely to pass through. So unless you've got business in Ringsend, then, well, that's our local library. If you're looking for woke books, if you want to brainwash your children into woke ideas, you'll find plenty of woke type books over there. Now, let me see. Yes, this is our woke library. And it's very woke. So I don't visit it anymore. I used to go there and get books out and that, but I don't. And this is the ugliest piece of sculpture, public sculpture, you'll find in Ireland. It's an awful looking thing. it's a monument in relation to, I think it's domestic violence or violence against women. Oh, and I just remembered, I think, just in case you're in Ringsend, I just remembered something. I think there's going to be there it is, the door and other sculptures, Joe Moore. There's going to be a Monday, 18th July. So if you're interested in that sculpture, the man who created it is going to be talking in the library. But oh dear. There's one of my local charity shops. Now I'd like to walk into that charity shop and show you the inside, what it's like, but that might be a problem. I might say, no, you can't film in here, and it's a bit embarrassing. Yes. I'm going to cross the road here. Now this is, as I say, it's just an ordinary neighbourhood. Nothing exciting is going to happen. There are no major monuments. There's nothing special. But, well, oh dear. Yes. Yes, as I say, these walk around videos, there's no commentary on them. And that's probably a good thing. There's no distraction. It's like watching a chill out video. So, So, probably I'd be better off not having said anything, just filming this, and I don't really have anything interesting to say, but this is the walk I make every day. Not that you'd be interested in, no reason why anyone would be interested in what I do every day, but I sort of find that interesting. I often wonder about people, you know. You see a person going here or there, you know, and you think, I wonder what sort of life that person has or what they do. You know, the ordinary, unremarkable lives of people. I kind of find that interesting. But yeah, this is Ringsend, or if you have middle class pretensions, you would call it Sandymount. Well, this part is Sandymount. We're coming to Sandymount now, and it's well, you know, when I leave my house, the park is just a few minutes up the road. There are two parks. One of the parks is just here, you'll see it now, which I record from a lot. Then there's another park, literally 5 minutes or less up from that. And then immediately after that park, you've got the beach. So there. So yes, there's the parks that I report from frequently. But, so let's just walk up to the next park. Now I could have walked around the docklands. You know, the docklands here in Ireland, well, they look like the docklands everywhere else. They're all interchangeable, identical. But of course they have a certain glamour about them, which, and they would make a better video. But like I say, I wanted to make a video just in an ordinary neighbourhood, the ordinary places that where ordinary people live. And well, where ordinary Dublin people live. I have this urge to say something, but I don't really have anything to say, and there's nothing in particular I want to say, so I hope this camera is not too wobbly. I noticed that when I bought my first smartphone, I discovered that I actually walk. I walk on one foot, so to speak. I come down heavy on one foot. I'd never known that until I got my first smartphone was about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, a Lenovo K5. I still have it. Nice phone, perfectly happy with it. But it doesn't have very good video stabilization. And went out, you know, one of the first or second day I got it, took some video footage out in the street walking along. And when I played it back, I discovered, as I say, that I come down heavy on one foot. And so it was very, very shaky. Now I'm videoing this on my Sony, what is it, S20 FE, which it's a slightly heavy phone, so it's a fraction heavier than I wanted it to be, but there you are. Now, this is a monument over here, which I usually come up here, I don't know, maybe at least 3-4 times a week, have a walk in the park. And I always stop to look at this monument. I don't know why. It's a maritime monument. Well, you'll see. Now, I don't know if you can see that. But it's a nice monument. Nice monument. Of course, the men who died, during World War II, Ireland would have starved, literally starved, if it hadn't been for the Irish Merchant Navy, well, such as it was. But the sad thing is, I would often think to myself, if these men were alive today, they'd be horrified. But of course, the reality is, if they were alive today, they would probably be woke. They'd be probably very, very woke. Now you could say this video represents a page out of the diary of my life. This is the exciting life I lead. Going for a walk in the park a few days a week. Wandering over to my local charity shop. And that's my life. But having said that, it's a nice park to have. I'm very fortunate to have two parks within a very short distance of where I live. And up here, of course, you've got the seaside. So I shouldn't complain. But let me change this camera angle. Now you got a chance to look at me. But no, I shouldn't complain. I'm very, very lucky. I don't know how long I've been filming this now, maybe what, 15-20 minutes. I don't want to run out of battery, but I don't think that's a problem yet. Mm-hmm. 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 And this is Sandymount Road. walk through here. I sometimes think, yeah, now I could start a video like this and pretend I was out in the country, somewhere exotic, the pine forest or something like that. Now, when I do come up here, I usually just do one. I walk around this park just once, but there's a playground up here, a children's playground. So, you know, we're living in a world where, you know, you're almost afraid to film anything with your camera directed at a child because there's this paranoia. But I'm actually quite tired now. I'm a bit hot. A bit like walking through a country estate, this. Well, there don't seem to be many children around. Well, there are some, but yeah, that's the thing now. I never go down the beach and shoot because, you know, you go down the beach and there's people lying out in the sand and all that. You know, that's the sort of thing you want to photograph. But you know, the days of just taking a photograph in the normal way are sort of gone. I've actually had people come up to me at various times in a park or somewhere and say, you can't take this photograph, you can't take that. I mean, just ordinary photographs, you know, with people passing by sort of thing. Now we're just coming up to the beach now, and the one thing you won't find on this beach, you will never see dinghies coming in with migrants or immigrants. Now of course the Irish Sea, that's a much bigger expanse of water than the Dover to Calais route. But, you know, it'd be interesting if we did have. I often envy these guys in England who can go down to the local beach and they can shoot interesting footage of migrants or whatever coming in. So, yeah. Yes, it makes interesting videos when you see these guys coming in their dinghies, but nothing like that happens here. So, somewhere over there now is England or Wales. But yeah, it's nice to have all this view and sort of practically on your doorstep. Now I'm going to walk past this way. And there's the kiddies park thing. Yeah, now it's very quiet now, there's hardly any children there, but Usually when I pass this, it's packed with children, but it's also packed with parents. Let me change this camera.